hardly says New York. Okay, I've traveled the whole country because of Dino sir.
Once he directs his own film, he
Only then. Yeah.
हमारी स्मॉल टाउन से कुंडली बहुत अच्छी है.
Lakshman sir, Kriti and Dinesh, pleasure having you guys on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you for having us back.
Pleasure to be here, Faridum.
Congratulations for very fine response for the movie so far. But Dinesh, my first question to you would be, it was a big screen experience. It is a big screen experience. There are too many elements in the film that would have been really on some other level if you could have watched it on a big screen.
Absolutely right, Faridum. Like Maddock as a company has been built on the bigger screen, and we finished shooting this film last March, and, we waited for a year. But, it is a concept-driven film, in that sense. And they do have a shelf life, for that from that perspective. And also I felt that, currently what's going on is we're all facing much larger problems. And the film has brought so much joy. I have a lot of my friends who've called me and their mothers have wanted to talk to me. And the fact that they're like, so I believe the kind of joy it's got to home, because you need to understand a certain generation we are still getting out, right? Hasn't got out. So there's always, like I've always had the thing of, looking at the silver lining. And I feel that it's providing a lot of joy to people. It's making people laugh. It's a film finally on OTT that all three generations can sit together and watch. And it's absolute, though it's surrogacy, it's a theme, but still it appeals to everyone. So I believe, yes, for me, all films, because Maddock has been built by these small films making big noise in theaters, that's why we waited for so long. But so I was a little, the same. I had this little bit of a reservation, but now with all these calls pouring in and the kind of joy it's given him, I have made my peace with it and I'm okay with it. That's the honest answer.
Okay, and Dinesh, you've directed Kriti, and now she is part of a film that you produced, which is without a doubt her best performance so far. There's so many possibilities that the industry is going to look in her as an actress. And even in Rabta, for example, I think there was a growth in her as an actor. Maybe the movie did not do well, but there was growth in her. So how do you look at this growth of Kriti Sanon?
So actually, we were not going to make that film. We were going to make that film, and this girl walks into my office with her manager, and we start talking. And maybe even when I met her, before I met her, I might have underestimated her. But I can tell you the good stuff: the sincere actor, hardworking. I'll tell you what, she's got this ability to connect. It starts with people, it goes to the director, and she's present in that moment. She is a reacting actor. She feels the part. It's not like, method and planning and study. It's all in her. So I think, in her case, it came with her. She just took some time to find it. And maybe some people like me helped her get there, but it's all been within her. And I'm almost so proud of her, in this film. Like when people are calling me and, there are these amazing, like I've actually not spoken to her yesterday on a day where she would have got maximum praise. But I was just very peaceful. It was a bit of a tiring day because we launched before time. But I just feel if you see her graph, like in Luka Chupi, she held her own, and that was also here. And we have another, I think, 2 releases left in Hum Do Hamare Do and Bhedia. So we've done already 6 films together, which are done. And she's grown with every film. And, I just feel this is like, I read somewhere Kriti 2.0, and I felt that, we always saw it, we always looked at her as that 2.0 version, and we're just happy the world sees her that way, Like Lakshman sir said, I don't know if you remember in Luka Chupi, there was a scene. That's when Lakshman discovered her, where it's the only emotional scene in the film where she's like, I want to get married, and she's sitting on the terrace, and it's a one shot. And I saw that when I worked with her. So she's had it. Now the choices have got smarter. She's
the options have gone better. It's not only the choices also.
No, but even when you did Mimi, it was not about options. That time, this was your best option and you took it. So now the ball is in. Now is the tough part. Now among the options, what you choose and what you let go will define your next phase. Yeah. But you're here because of lesser options. Let's be clear about
it. But honestly, a film like Mimi, content-wise, and what it gives to an actor, I think that kind of a opportunity doesn't come very often. It doesn't. So Mimi also is one of those that, you know, it comes to you and you grab it. It's one of those opportunities. I don't think many films give actors that range of, you know, starting somewhere else and finishing somewhere else and really almost having to live a whole life in one film.
Definitely. So Kriti Saran, belated happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And how does Kriti 1.0 look at herself in the mirror? And there is Kriti 2.0 over there.
I think Kriti 1.0, as you know, Dinu said, kind of obviously looks at a grown version, a version that understands things better, that knows her craft, that is a lot more confident with what she's doing, and I think I kind of, as he said, I kind of knew that it's there. I was waiting or sort of wanting that opportunity in front of me where I could explore all those things. As an actor, I feel sometimes, you know, when a script like this comes in front of you that gives you so much to do, then you also end up giving it back a lot. So I feel I was somewhere waiting for this. I always knew. I knew that this point would come, but I kind of didn't know when. And I was waiting for a film like this to sort of happen. And I think why this film also is that special to me, because it went that deep in. You know, I've lived it for so long. I've been like so passionate about it. It gave me so much to do and explore sides and shades that I didn't know. I don't have that angry side in me. You know, I don't have so many shades that Mimi does. So yeah, I just feel like it was a very satisfying experience as an actor, liberating, and also self-discovery in some ways.
All right. So Lakshman sir, from Luka Chupi to now, to Mimi, for example, I feel that, you know, you're far more in control of your craft. You are someone, maybe this is what I feel that who likes celebrating the small town. You know, you like celebrating the lanes and bylanes of small town, which is not easy, because you need to understand the grammar, you need to understand the nuances that small town brings to the table. So how important is it for you to discover that side of India? Because it's almost like a character in both the films that I've seen.
Yeah, I think we in India we have so many colors and so many flavors. Like every town has a different color and every town has different flavor. And for me, I think I'm much more comfortable in these small towns because I have seen those places. I have experienced those places, the culture. And with me, what happens? See, for every film, na, like for example, जेम्स कैमरन जब अवतार बनाता है तो थोड़ी ना वहां जाके एक्सपीरियंस करता है, बट वही होता है कि when you work on the script, like in my case what happens when I was working on Luka Chupi or when I was working on Mimi, so after first draft me and my writer we both go to find the places, like see the towns, you know. For Mimi we went to MP, we went to Rajasthan, and finally we found Mandava. And so we choose that town and we try to incorporate the culture, the colors, the language in the film. So it's become very easy for me to execute. So that's the way I look at it. And I think for me it's because I'm from small town, so I can understand the you know, the flavor of small town very well. I mean, if tomorrow Dinu sir tells me to shoot in New York or somewhere else, I think I'll get confused.
Dinu sir hardly says New York. Okay, I've traveled the whole country because of Dinu sir.
Yeah, but I
Once
think
he directs his own film,
Only then.
Yeah. हमारी स्मॉल टाउन से कुंडली बहुत अच्छी है और अच्छी चल रही है, तो
और इसको ना ये लगा कि वो रास्ता में हम बाहर गए थे वो चली नहीं है तो मैं बाहर जाऊंगा ही नहीं.
Okay, so that's interesting. Kriti, as we discussed before the interview, I told you that Nupur told me something about you telling her about how the eyes should do the talking, and that is what acting is all about. So when it comes to Mimi, there are several places where you really surprise. I'll just give you one instance when John and Summer, they're back, and you enter the house. I would not give away the entire context, but still, once you enter, and the way you communicate your displeasure and fear through the body language and the eyes, I think that was really interesting.
Thank you.
So ये क्या हो क्या रहा है, ये कैसे कर रहे हैं आप इसे?
I honestly, that was a very, very tricky part. That whole, from there, all the scenes, I think one after the other is like, you have to hit it right, otherwise it kind of falls. Whether when they come back, and that was that anger, as I was saying before also, I feel anger is one emotion that doesn't come to me very naturally. Like me in life, I don't get too angry. If I do also, I'm like soda bottle. I get angry and I'm done. Like in like chutki. So her anger, her pent up frustration, everything that she was saying, and the feisty girl that she is, and now there has been some time and she's become a mother and she's matured as a person. How does she communicate that? That obviously was tricky, and the first scene I puttered little, and I have no respect for them. So in my head, I was abusing them in my head also. So I had no respect for them. And later, I feel like she is bottled up. And that scene that it's just written so beautifully. Lakshman sir and Rohan, the bit where she's bottled up, she doesn't say anything for very long in a scene, and then she goes and beats up a motorbike guy. So that scene, I feel like, when you get something like that on paper, you just feel like there are so many layers. It's not done. It's very easy to just, give your anger out there and have some screams and just, go a little louder and be done with it. But here you don't have dialogues. You have to hold on, you have to react. You're not saying anything. You're building up your frustration, and then kahin ka gussa kahin nikalna jo hum bolte hain. That was like just beautiful. Like the way it was written, it really, really helps.
So just taking you out to suffocation, basically.
Yeah, and it's the pent up frustration, it's fear, it's anger, it's underlying fear. Actually, the prominent emotion in that scene was fear. So to understand ki, okay, this is what she's showing anger, but it's coming from fear. So that was like, as I said, these scenes don't come to you every now and then. So when they do, you're like, you really wanted to do it properly.
But in also that scene when first time when John and Summer comes, I mean, obviously your performance, so you killed it, maybe.
Thank you.
At the same time, Akash ki jo lensing hai.
Yeah. It's going really close.
Lensing plays a very important role also in that.
Yeah.
What is going on? Just to express your state of mind.
Yeah.
That, bang.
Yeah, I think talking about the lensing part, I think certain scenes, many of the scenes, I think they would have looked great on big screen. But I think it is something that you conceptualize.
What you're doing right now is Jalebi Namak.
I totally. Many people don't understand the predicament of a producer for holding back a film because they have to. It's a costly thing.
What you're saying is you're nostalgic. It's that feeling if I was sitting with a whole bunch of 300 people and going through that emotion with them and seeing it on the big screen, and I completely get it, But we are, like I told someone the other day, kids haven't gone to school for 2 years, and, that's causing a lot of my friends bigger problems and other things.
Of course.
I do believe that
I'm just saying the lensing part that Lakshman sir said. I'm just saying from that, because those things can be nuanced, can be understood better. Maybe
Faridun, you can do a complete different session with 5 directors, asking them how they will shoot differently if they knew it was for the smaller screen.
No. I think that's a very good idea. I think that's a very good idea. We should do this. Lakshman sir, now the film is being praised. But obviously, any film, there will be a certain amount of criticism as well. Do you read all sorts of reviews? Do you at times have certain understanding that maybe certain reviews which are critical of a film, of certain aspects, maybe?
Lakshman sir, we spoke about this yesterday. Tell them what you do.
Yeah, to be very frank, I have not read a single review.
You haven't?
Yeah, because every critics have their own opinion, they have their own say, so they are going to say good things, bad things, but we know that we have made a good film, and the best part about this film, yes, यू नो सर एंड मे बी आर बोथ टॉकिंग के काश ये फिल्म थिएटर में रिलीज हो जाए, क्योंकि इस फिल्म का थिएटर का जो सेलिब्रेशन होता, यू नो, जो 200 लोगों को एक साथ आप रोते हुए देखते, 200 लोगों को एक साथ आप हंसते हुए देखते, वो अलग होता। एंड मुझे लगता है वो ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है गुड रिव्यूज और बैड रिव्यूज से, यू नो। बट इस बार पहली बार मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि ओटीटी पे फिल्म आने के बावजूद भी जिस तरह का सेलिब्रेशन हो रहा है आसपास, एंड पीपल आर रियली कॉलिंग, एंड मुझे मुझे कल रात को किसी मेरे एक फ्रेंड के वाइफ का फोन आया था, एंड शी वाज क्राइंग एंड शी वाज टेलिंग मी कि थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग अस सच अ ब्यूटीफुल फिल्म इन दिस टाइम।
Honestly, that has been like, even the calls that I've gotten, it's like, I haven't seen a good film for so long. Also, I haven't seen something sitting with my whole family. Like one friend of mine, Vijay, actually, he said, "Can I watch this film with my kids?" I said, "Yes, please do." So I think people have been like, they've been binge watching on OTT, but there's no film that they've seen with the whole family.
Yeah,
So,
actually.
and that's happened, and it's for the first time I have not read reviews like upar upar se I've seen all, and I've seen people's tweets, people's comments, I've read those things. I've not opened that link to read the detail of it somehow.
Right.
Every film of mine I go mental, I read every line, I go like crazy. But this film somehow, I think it was already very overwhelming with the love that we were getting in, and how people were reacting and how they were calling, that in my head I just felt like, that one person who's not liking it is their personal choice. That doesn't make me like the film at all.
All right. Now, Dinesh, we've observed that in the last few years, especially last 1 year, there's a lot of noise around the film industry, especially Bollywood. Since May, June last year, there has been all sorts of insinuations and allegations came Bollywood's way. Now, as a producer, what has been your approach while greenlighting scripts from here on? Do you at times feel that maybe ye cheez shayad this is not a good idea, it may hurt someone's sentiments, or maybe we should nuance it in a certain manner? Do you think there's a bit of a shift from what you must have?
Yeah, I tell you, I've been little fortunate because none of my body of work has somehow never resulted in being a sensational or a controversy. I don't know whether it's the choice of content or whether how it's put across. I don't know how, but I've honestly, I've not, whether it's the last few releases that I've done, I've never been in that situation. And I also, I don't think we've ever dwelled in those subjects. So I would not be the right person to give a take, but I feel that a certain amount of civic consciousness should be there. Yeah, in terms of what stories. See, I'll tell you very simple. Most of the films I make, I want the whole family to watch. That doesn't mean I won't do a Badlapur. Don't get me wrong. But the idea is that the kind of themes I go after, like you said, they are based on gut. And right now, I don't think my gut has been sensational or got into that zone. But yes, to answer the second part of your questions, I think it's important to be responsible. So when you greenlight a film, there should be someone checking it to know that this cannot, because what happens is if you dwell yourself in a controversy, you need to know that is that controversy required? Are we're a very diverse country. That's why we get so much love for cricket and films. So a little bit of civic consciousness is there, and I think people are a little more careful when they look at content. But honestly, we've not faced that problem yet. Touch wood.
Right. But say in terms of casting, can you cast a Sabha Khabar again in your films?
I see. You have to respect what a look at the love that film got. I remember talking to you and how much you liked that dynamic of husband and wife. But you have to respect larger issues, right? When if there is a clear policy made not to do something, they're called rules, right? We live in a country with rules. Then you follow them, and there's a way to work around it. Does that mean that's good or bad? As long as you can go and be creative and make the film you want. We've right now made a film on surrogacy. It's got so much love, And I'll tell you one more thing, Faridum. It's very important from which eyes the story is told. When you talk now, I think that's like Lakshman is such a responsible filmmaker. If you see how he's told the narrative, the film deals with so many issues, of foreigners coming and, but you base the film before the laws were made, right? That's where the film is based. That was the original base. So I think if you look at Raju sir, you look at so many filmmakers, the way kind of tell the story. There's a way to not offend people, and that responsibility, or it'll be more on the director, because he's kind of there on set, honing every moment. So I believe it's your personality and what you stand for, and I think so. To divide your question, we've been lucky so far. Part two, yes, you should be careful and you should require. I think you can't be sensational anymore. Maybe that one school that a controversy would help a film, I think that has gone for the last year. I don't think anybody wants a controversy while doing a film. So that, and we've not been those people. And the third part is there is civic consciousness on a script to know that is this really required and integral? Then go get it cleared before time, before making the film. Correct, Lakshman sir?
Yes.
Anything you want to add?
No, you're absolutely fine.
It is very easy to hurt someone's sentiments, and you have to be careful of that. So I think वो जो एक चीज है वो अभी थोड़ा ज़्यादा मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि cautious होने लगे.
You're saying as an actor, you respect and don't want to go into that zone of.
I don't want to offend someone's sentiments for no reason. So that is there, and I feel like I mean, we've had so many films which had to like change their names and all of that. So I feel that eventually, if you have to do something like that, go through so much controversy and trouble, better correct it before making it.
Like for Adipurush, you'll be extra careful.
I'll be careful. Yes, in terms of for Adipurush, I think more than half my job is done because my director is very sorted, where he has taken care of everything. Whether we're being true to the facts. We're being true to the sentiments of people. He's written it. He's also done a lot of research. He himself is someone who respects and values religion a lot, and he's done his research. So when I read the script, when I see the the scenes, I feel the way they are written in a very respectful manner, keeping everything in mind, keeping everyone's sentiments in mind. When I perform, yes, the character that I'm performing, I have to make sure that I keep it within certain boundaries. I can't go all out. I can't change the way the character is perceived. So I can, as an actor, play a little bit within the boundaries that I've gotten and stay true to the spirit of the character.
Right. So Prabhas wished you on your birthday yesterday.
Yes.
People are looking forward to this pairing now.
I mean, I think it's really nice because it's a fresh pairing, and for the film that we're doing, it's looking really nice, is what I can tell you.
Right, and he's this mega star that we have.
Absolutely, and he's a humble person and very, very chilled and very easy to work with, and I have missed him in the last schedule. I was shooting with Seth, and the next schedule in August, I'm going to see him soon.
Let's promote Mimi.
No, I think we have a wonderful thing as far as Mimi is concerned. But Lakshman sir, what is your biggest takeaway from Mimi?
For people,
There's a line at the end of it that the number of orphans, I think 153 million.
there is a film में एक dialogue है. I think वो dialogue मेरे लिए बहुत important है.
I know which one.
Parents बनने के लिए बच्चा पैदा करना जरूरी नहीं है, और बच्चा तुम्हारा होना भी जरूरी नहीं है.
Yeah.
So I think these two lines says everything.
That's amazing. Okay, and Dinesh, if you can please let us know something about all the productions that you guys are having and what are the plans now.
See, the good part is that a lot of people used to tell me, yeah, you only work with Kriti. So now, fortunately, she's doing enough films, so even I'll have to wait for her dates. But
I just done a film with
She's there in Bhedia.
He's also in Hum Do Hamare Do. So
Yeah.
we have a very beautiful film which Lakshman has seen. It's called Shiddat, and I think he liked it, or at least that's what he told
Very
me.
beautiful, very beautiful film.
It's a beautiful one line. Like I met a guy who crossed 2 oceans and 3 continents for love, and I didn't cross the road. So that's the line of the film. It's a very beautiful film made by Kunal Deshmukh. Then we have Hum Do Hamare Do, which is about adopting parents, which I just love because, I lost my dad 8 years ago, and somehow, Parejji's character reminds me of that. And it's a beautiful film. It's a beautiful film made by Abhishek. Then we have Tasvi with debutant director Tushar with Abhishek. And then finally we have Bhedia, which is our little creature comedy. And it's summer, it's Varun after Badlapur, a lot of pressure, but we finished filming for all these 5. and we'll hopefully release them. And Kriti is in 2 of them. If you count Mimi, then 3 of them. So yeah.
Kriti,
That's the lineup.
What about your directorial plans?
Kriti has
I think it's cheaper for Mad Dog for me not to direct. Yeah,
But I keep telling him. I think, but I don't know if I'm wrong or not, but I believe that if and when a story hits him that hard that he wants to tell it himself, I think someday he will.
But you know what's really amazing, Faridum, is that I have been blessed with so many beautiful energies of directors around me and writers that I'm really enjoying myself. Like the films that I mentioned, as I was mentioning them, there's such a varied bunch of them, and we put together in the pandemic our next slate. So Lakshman's next, Amar's next, Abhishek's next. All those came together. So the pandemic, in that sense, on these screens like this, we've ended up putting a lot of content together, and I'm enjoying that phase right now, to be honest.
I genuinely feel that you have a very good knack as a producer in terms of choosing the right projects, maybe right teams. Maybe you have to still to prove yourself as a director, but when it comes to getting a team together for your productions, you have a very good success ratio. What do you think? What do you look in a team or a script or a director that makes you convinced that yes, this is something that's going to work? Because it's an entire package.
I think the most important thing, Faridum, is your gut, which tells you this is the story. This story you have to make. You cannot not make it. And I think that's what is every maker's, producer's differentiating factor. And I think, my director loyalty also comes from the fact that, as long as I can offer them interesting subjects, whether I bring them or they bring them, it's different. And after that, the baby is the director's. If the guy you're giving the film to make has the same passion like it's his child, then it's his baby. Then my job is to actually assist him when he needs me. There's a thin line between collaboration and to interfere. I don't believe in that. I believe when Lakshman needs me, I'll be there. I don't have to be there for any other reason. So I don't believe in going on shoot. I believe in giving the director the team that he needs and he wants. So after we've locked the script, I come in for the script, and then I come in when he needs me, when he's been in the edit, burning midnight hours, and he needs another perspective. So I think the director-producer relationship has to be of trust. And I trust Lakshman implicitly. I believe he's a director who's completely in charge. He's very positive. He's good with actors. He knows how to run a film. Then he does an edit, and he needs me to come in to give him a second perspective so we can take it a little better. And he trusts my opinion is only coming from that place. I don't believe in multiple film deals. I don't believe in any of that. I believe that as long as Lakshman and me get along, and we don't break a kundli, a successful kundli is not as easy to come by. So I think the most important thing you can analyze and say, I do these kind of films. Honestly, Faridum, it's not that. If I told you 5 years ago I'm making a film about a bald guy, the girl is going to be a mother and she's going to be a surrogate, or in Badlapur, Varun Dhawan's going to do all those crazy things, people would think I'm crazy. But the maker, me, and the story were all on the same page. And then you go and get an actor, okay, who's also on the same page. So I have simple 3 rules to learn from. You learn more from your mistakes. Don't make so many of them that you are not allowed to make mistakes. And 3 things have to happen. 1, the story ideally should not have a reference point. Then it becomes unique. The actor should get reinvented. Like what happened to Deepika in Cocktail, or Varun in Badlapur, or Irfan sir in Hindi medium. Stuff like that. Raj in Stree, now Kriti. That helps because the audience gets to see another aspect, so they're more intrigued to come into it. Because I've been working with newer actors. And 3rd most important rule, it has to work. If it doesn't work, then you have to put your thing down. So whether it's my directorial or something that doesn't work, you have to understand if an audience doesn't like it, and you cannot say that it's art, because then hang it on your wall. So this is how I operate.
I like
Story is gut. And the day I believe that my gut stops working, or what I'm choosing is not correct, then I need to give Mad Dog's baiting to a younger guy who's doing it better than me, because this company is not just me. There's a whole bunch of people who bring the content, who help Lakshman sir. It has so many. We are built as writers and directors. That's the company Mad Dog is. It's not, and then we hopefully hire great actors or collaborate with great actors to do the film. So as long as I rely on my gut and the gut stays relevant, So I have to keep updating myself as a human being that I don't get stuck in a pattern. And even when it comes to music or anything else, I don't like being repetitive, because then it's not the same as gut, right? You're trying to duplicate it. So gut, yeah, one word.
Right. So this is something that I've been thinking for quite some time, and I think I'll ask you as well. So I've known you since your first production, when you were working with Seb together, and so you are, I think, one of the most amiable persons that around, and you're open to questions, you're open to criticism, which is fine as well. I was a bit surprised when things did not go well between you and Raj and DK after Stree, and that's such a successful film. So do you? What really happened? Because I think both
Yeah,
of
I'll tell
you
you
guys.
what happens. I'll tell you, we're all young and we grow, right? So you have to learn, like I said from here, what happens sometimes is, success causes more problems than failures. And failures you huddle together. And I think we were just all very young and all very immature. And finally, we got together and we solved it. Generally, it's, you learn from it to not be in a similar situation, and you should just, move on. And finally, we had a lovely conversation. It went all well and it's all good. Sometimes you have to just pick, when do misunderstandings happen, Farid? When two people don't speak to each other and there are 6 people talking. But finally, when 2 people speak, you cannot, if you've worked and done something, we've done 4 films together. I have a lot of regard. I love Family Man, So, but finally, sometimes, like if you've seen from all these films we've seen in our life growing up of, 2 best friends not getting along, or 2 people who got along not getting along, generally, it's people not communicating. So I've learned from that episode to communicate better, to put my point across and get done with it. And one thing COVID has taught us, Faridum, there is no reason, the way I look at it is that 90% you can obviously qualify things to yourself. That 90% of the people I work with, I get along. Why not 100%? Why should you not improve yourself to have that communication where it's not about, work or not work? It's about, COVID has taught us, let's just get along. So I think, hopefully I'll be better. And maybe from 90, I can go to all my directors being happy. But sometimes you have to also agree to disagree. I think that's the lesson.
All right. He's a smooth talker. Kriti Sanam, couldn't you agree? All right.